Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Duo Planet, the YouTube channel where we talk all things media. I'm one of your hosts, Azteral, as always, joined by fellow co-host Jordan,
Hey everybody.
aka Slasher.
Hey everybody.
And today we are back with Season 1, Episode 3 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This one's titled The Squire. And, oh boy, what an episode. Premise is Duncan's preparing for the tournament, and much more is revealed about our little egg. But first, the most important part of this episode isn't any of the revealed nonsense. It's the horse nodding.
I can't believe
That
you're
is
bringing
the
that
that
up.
is the most important part. Egg delivers a speech to encourage the horse. The horse starts motherfucking nodding. Right? Kid you not, we paused the episode for about 10 minutes and laughed.
And
Peak
Will
peak.
made a joke.
I did. I won't say the joke because I'd like to be able to interview people potentially in the future, and not good. Yeah. So Duncan's a little nervous from last episode. Obviously, he had the little mini panic attack, um, because of the jousting that he saw. Egg reveals that he can't sign up for the tournament just yet because it's Highborn and Knights of High Standing first. Uh, they go and buy some food and stuff. Really big eggs, by the way, really big eggs, goose eggs. They make sandwiches and stuff. We get a bit of jousting going on. We get to see Aaron joust with another knight. I don't remember the guy's name. The minister. I'm gonna call him the minister. I don't remember his title. The elderman or whatever. The guy leading the tournament. Basically makes Duncan a proposition of if he unhorses the son of the lord hosting the tournament, he'll be made a rich man because the lord has overspent on the tournament and such. But yeah, Aaron shows his sadistic side. He shoves a lance through the neck of a horse. Uh, Upsets people quite a bit. They start rioting. Someone throws a stone at Aaron, and that clearly pisses him off. Horse gets put out of its misery. Uh, Egg sort of loses his character for a moment and tells and like advocates for the prince to be killed. Starts yelling, "Kill him! Kill him!" And then we move to the night of the episode. Duncan and a few of the other like knights of lower standing are like drinking and having a good time. Egg's watching another performance in the tent, another performance by Tansella, who is obviously sort of a love interest for Duncan thus far. We get a lovely song from Sir Lionel, aka the Laughing Storm, about a prostitute with one hand or a crippled prostitute that's really good at pleasuring people up the arse. Sentence I never thought I'd hear come out of a 7-year-old's mouth. Really baffled us. I actually don't know how old the actor that plays Egg is. I'm gonna look it up right now. Dexter Sol Ansel is 11. Okay, 11. So he's not 7, but still a sentence I never thought I'd hear come out of someone of that age. Very funny. Aaron arrives at the performance of the slaying of a dragon. Something pisses him off about that. Probably the fact that someone's killing a dragon and he sees himself as superior to everyone because he's a Targaryen. So he starts hurting pretty much fucking everyone and causing a riot. Duncan charges in after Egg goes and gets him. Throws hands. Good on him. He stood up for his love interest. He put the hands on Aaron and absolutely fucking floored him. like actually floored him. It was crazy. Duncan gets restrained. Aaron is about to have his teeth broken when a bunch of knights surge forward, led by Egg, who now reveals himself as Aegon Targaryen, the youngest of the children that have been missing. Hello, brother. Why'd you cut off your hair? I didn't want to look like you. Peak cinema. Absolutely awesome. And that's where the episode ends, with that reveal. And next episode seems to be sort of a trial for Duncan because he laid hands on a prince technically, even though I'm pretty sure Aegon could just be like, no, I pardon him. He's now my personal knight. He could say that, but he won't because otherwise we wouldn't have a show. Yeah. Really good episode. Probably the best episode. And it's because we actually get to see Duncan do some actual like combat. It's not like much combat, but we get to see Duncan throw hands and we get to see more of the character building. And then obviously the reveal of Egg was just shocking. I didn't expect it to come so soon in the series. Obviously we're on episode 3. There is a total. Oh wait, no, never mind.
There's
I say
6.
early in the series. We're halfway through. I
There's
thought there was 8.
6. No, 6.
So yeah.
It's one of the shortest shows.
So yeah, it makes sense that they'd reveal it now. They can't exactly drag it out for long. But yeah, still very, very good episode. Very, very, very funny. I'm loving the writing of this series. It's so different from House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon, there's a lot of humor in that show still, but it's more like refined because you're dealing with actual royalty and stuff. And like Game of Thrones was very much the same. It was a lot of like highborn nobleman stuff, and it was funny because the characters were funny and like the gags were pretty good. This one, the characters have just got such good chemistry. Like Duncan and Egg like bounce off of each other ridiculously well. Duncan and Lionel bounce off of each other very well. And yeah, pretty much every character is making their way up there in terms of like my top favorite characters in Game of Thrones. Any thoughts, Jordan?
I did say that that guy did deserve that punch in the face.
He did. He did. He very much did.
He seems like a very arrogant prick.
Which, let me be clear. Let us be clear on this. Great job by the actor.
Great job by
Finn
the
Bennett.
actor, obviously.
Great job. The fact that I want you to die, you're doing God's work. However, please die soon.
I think Egg is going to definitely be a driving force, and obviously we did watch the promo for episode 4.
We got to see him in the black and the red.
And what he's doing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that part. There's also a fortune teller in the episode.
Yeah.
I forgot about this part, but it is actually kind of important. The fortune teller clearly is actually omniscient because she basically reveals the future of Duncan and Egg. Duncan obviously gains a load of wealth and fame. He's Sir Duncan the Tall, leader of the King's Guard. Aegon is Aegon the Fair. Hang on, I'm checking my knowledge. Yes, Aegon the Fifth of Targaryen, which means he is Aegon the Fortunate and Aegon the Unlikely, because he's got so many people ahead of him in the thing. And she reveals basically how how Aegon will die, which is pretty important for the future of Game of Thrones, obviously. Because let me check. Yes. So yeah, Aegon dies trying to hatch the last of the dragons. Because they had like the last clutch of eggs and they couldn't hatch them, and they tried to hatch them with like serious heat, and I'm pretty sure he gets set on fire and he burns to death. But yeah, I thought I'd mention that because obviously it's going to play an important role in potential future seasons. We don't know if they're going to do any more Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or even if they do, if it's going to be about Duncan. Personally, I keep mentioning it. I do want a Blade of the Morning show, Arthur Dane. But yeah, back to you, Jordan.
I think obviously like with what next episode's bringing, I can't wait to see what that happens there.
Yeah, what did they call it in the promo? Trial of the Seven.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's basically 7 nights on both sides go against each other and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I'm ready for that. This episode, it was cool to see some action, and apparently is the highest rated episode as far. With a 9 point something.
Doesn't surprise me.
From what I saw. And the other episodes are like 8s. But I think I'm definitely ready for what's next. This episode, great, and I think I would give this episode at least probably a 8. Probably an 8 or something around that.
I think I'm leaning towards. Fuck it. 9.5. I think it was a pretty. I think it was a pretty great.
Obviously, my thoughts can change. It depends on.
I was pretty harsh on Wonder Man. I've realised now. I think I gave it a 7. I would amend that to probably about like an 8.5. But this episode, I basically enjoyed the entire thing, like all the way through. So I think giving it anything less than a 9.5 would be a disservice to my enjoyment.
Depends how long. It depends how the other episodes stack. But my thoughts can change.
Yeah, it's sort of a middle point of the series, isn't it? So. Yeah. How it continues on will determine how good this episode is in retrospect. It's also a pretty short episode.
This was like
only 31 minutes. Where we've had a medium length of about 30 minutes for these episodes, which is a lot shorter than what we usually get for a Game of Thrones project. We're usually about the like 45 minutes to an hour point.
I wonder if
I don't know how long the other. Oh, wait, we can actually see how long the other episodes are going to be. Episode 4 is 34 minutes. Episode 5 is 37 minutes. And episode 6 is 31 minutes. So they're not fluffing it. They are giving us quite snappy storytelling. So yeah, 9.5. I'm happy with that rating.
Yeah. Around that.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, like always, make sure you let us know what you thought about the episode in the comments down below. Let us know what you're thinking of the series overall. Yeah, let us know everything that you thought about the show so that we can steal it for future episodes. Kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, like always, I've been one of your hosts, Azteral.
I've been your host, Slasher.
Make sure you keep watching All Things Media. Remember to be strong. Remember to be tall. And we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
We forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them.
It's over, Anakin!